What happens when a boss values his degree more than real experience? I've been working for the railroad for nearly 30 years. My job is managing signal crews, the people who handle the equipment that keeps trains running safely. Coordinating isn't simple. You've got different crafts, different unions, and different rules. Track guys, signal guys, electricians, they all operate under different systems, and if one group can't work, usually nobody else can either. Still, over the years, we've learned how to make it function, especially when it comes to night work, which is when a lot of the big projects get done. Now, the track crews are set up for nights. They've got shifts around the clock, but signal crews don't. Our union rules say that if my guys come in overnight, they can only work 12 hours. After that, they're done, and if their regular shift would have started during that time, they still get paid to go home and sleep. It's not perfect, but it keeps the trains moving. The track guys rip up rails, we clear signals and equipment, then we put it all back so trains can roll in the morning. It's a delicate balance, and it worked fine until he showed up. Mr. MBA, fresh out of business school, full of swagger and obsessed with key metrics. Every meeting he'd remind us of his 3.6 GPA like it was a magic shield against stupidity. Somehow, he ended up in charge of estimates and scheduling, and right away, he set his sights on what he thought was wasted money, namely, paying my crews a couple of extra hours to leave early, work overnight, then get sent home after. To him, that was heresy. He decided it was the end of capitalism itself. So his brilliant fix, force my evening crews to stay 4 hours later and the morning crews to come in 4 hours earlier. Basically, do a full shift change in the middle of a night job. I told him flat out it wouldn't work. Employees can't be forced into overtime unless it's an emergency. Not everyone's qualified for the same tasks. We don't even have enough trucks anymore for a full swap. Half were cut years ago because savings. If my guys had to leave the field, they'd have to drive all the way back, swap trucks, and drive back out again. That's hours of dead time. And while we're gone, the track crews can't touch a thing. It would bring everything to a screeching halt. Didn't matter. He wanted it, demanded it, and put it in writing. So I stopped fighting. The first night, just like I predicted, the work shut down at 1 a.m. The relief crew didn't even make it back out until after 4. By then, there wasn't enough time to start anything before morning trains needed the tracks. Second night, same. Third and fourth nights, it rained. Travel times doubled. The relief crew rolled in after 4:30, only to immediately pack back up. At the end of that week, the track department had managed about 30% of their target. A 6-week job now looked like 15, and the budget was already 300% over. Monday morning meeting comes around, and Mr. MBA launches into his speech about percent complete versus percent spent. Then he turns on me, accused me of colluding with my employees to deliberately sabotage the schedule. I held up the meeting minutes, pointed right at his directive, and asked if he wanted to revise his statement. He doubled down, said I needed to make the shift change faster, as if I had a magic wand. 3 more weeks, same disaster. Crews standing around for hours, production crawling. Then one night, Mr. MBA decided to show up at the site. Brand new safety vest, spotless hard hat, looking like a tourist. He arrived just in time to see my night guys packing it in and the track crews lighting cigarettes. He lost it, started screaming at them to get back in their machines. They ignored him. Every single one of them knew they couldn't work without my department there, and frankly, none of them were eager to help the guy who'd been throwing his weight around. Nothing makes union workers close ranks faster than a power-drunk manager. That's when I arrived. My guys had called me, so I got out of bed and drove down. I walked up in the middle of his tirade, cut him off and said, "You're not suggesting these employees violate Rule 30, are you? The one that says they can't run equipment through a switch unless the signal department has cleared it. That would be a 30-day suspension without pay for them. And if you ordered it, there are 30 witnesses ready to testify. So, you wouldn't be suggesting that, would you?" Dead silence. He turned 3 shades of purple, stomped back to his shiny white sedan, and drove off. 2 weeks later, he wasn't in charge of estimates anymore. And the cost of his genius plan? About $940,000 in wasted labor and delays, all to save $700 a night in overtime.